welcome to the Lucky Ones podcast. I'm your host, Lucky Wood, and tonight on this terrific Tuesday tea time, where we don't spill the tea, we sip the tea. I am joined by three lovely arm wrestling queens that I'm just every time I get a message or see her face, I just get shell shocked by, of course, Miss Jocelyne Brisson.
Yeah,
And that's Jocelyne with an E at the end. So y'all be paying attention to that, please and thank you. Y'all know her name now, so be paying attention to how you spell it, and because that's important. Okay, thank you. And of course we have our bestie boo, Amanda Marshall. Welcome to the show, love. And then the Shaz is joining us tonight for a super special announcement on the Canadian side. So we got 2 Americans, 2 Canadians. Don't know. I mean, we all know who would win if we all went up against each other. But
I got Jocelyne.
Amanda and I get to pull Jocelyne at the same time together, just so we stand somewhat of a fighting chance.
No, I'm gonna for Sharon.
But no, or we can just Amanda and I can just go against each other, and y'all can go against each other, and I can just enjoy the show.
We're gonna switch this to leg wrestling. I might stand a chance a little bit with that.
I'll get you all of leg wrestling.
They actually have feet wrestling or toe wrestling now as a sport.
I did not like. I knew that the leg wrestling I had seen. Me and my siblings used to do that all the time growing up, but I did not know that feet.
Yes,
I'm good on that.
And it just gets dumber and dumber these days, but whatever.
For real. All right. So let's start off with the big news that we've been hitting at. Shaz has done a great job at hinting at it for the most part, but because your girl has been crazy busy with school. So without further ado, I'm going to share this real quick so everybody can see what we're talking about. There we go. And then I want to do this view so everybody can see it. Yeah, I think that's how you do it. All right, cool. So at the West Vancouver Arm Wrestling event, it's the 49th annual BC Provincial Arm Wrestling Championships. The Shaz will be on scene and tell them what you're doing, friends.
Well, I'm really excited about this. So I'm not going to be arm wrestling, but what I am going to be doing starting Saturday and hopefully continuing is highlighting the winner of the female match. What I want to do now is start highlighting and spotlighting the women, because here we are sadly ignored and we work just as hard as the men. Why should we not get the credit? So that's going to be my job. I'm going to be interviewing Canadian athletes. I'm going to try the winner of the provincials. Hopefully she's in. If not, I'll find someone who is. And I'm just super excited for my adventures this summer. I've already got a list of girls I'm dying to interview. I'm going to get some around here in the mainland, and then I'm going to do a little venturing out.
No, we're really excited to add this segment to the show because, in-person interviews, obviously, I love the format that we have here because we can, reach across the borders and, we don't always have to wait to schedule or fly somebody in. But I love the fact that we're going to be able to have those in-person interviews, especially right off the presses, right off the table.
So I'm so excited. It'll be so much fun.
Very cool. So thank you so much. We're super excited to have you on board, have you on the team. And yeah, this is going to be great.
Thank you so much for having me. I'll do my best to not disappoint. But feedback is always going to be appreciated. So don't be shy, y'all. Let me know if it sucks and I'll try to do better.
Have you watched my first 6 episodes of the show? Because I don't anymore. So just know it's all a learning process. I think, and that's what I think is fun about arm wrestling in general, is there's just so much unknown. There's so much known that you can learn from people who have like paved the way and trailblazed and been in it for a long time, and the veterans are there to like kind of lead the way. But there's also aspects that haven't been touched yet that, people can go in no matter how new or old you are into the sport. There's always an aspect that somebody can look at it a different way. And I think that's, true just in arm wrestling in general. So
Absolutely.
So I think that's a good analogy for, this new adventure is, there's people that do podcasts, there's a bunch of people that do amazing on the spot interviews, and this is just another aspect that we're gonna try out and see how it goes.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Fingers crossed.
I'm excited.
Yep. So on the state side this weekend, we have the North American Invitational round robin for the left hand. Probably will live stream it on this page. So make sure if you're interested, hop on at 9, or at 12. 11 o'clock, we'll have a press conference with the Aussie arm wrestler. So I'm super excited to get to post that and see that, and that'll be really fun. But that'll be a good event for everybody for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And the main event that we wanted to talk about, May 10th.
There she is.
I almost peed my pants when I saw this.
I'm just excited to see you on here. Yay!
Yeah, me too. So I will say that aside from my birthday being May 10th, this will be probably the best part of my day right here. We get to see a queen of the table. It's still technically king of the table, I know, but we'll see a queen of the table in Egle and Jocelyne. So Jocelyne, tell us a little bit how you feeling. How's this gonna work out for you think?
I mean, there's nerves, obviously. There's always nerves. I think that anybody who tells me that they don't have nerves approaching the arm wrestling table is full of baloney at all times. This is realistically the next step up, right? Because Sarah held the 4th position within the open weight division, although her weight is smaller, like it's smaller than mine, as the comments have been loud and clear about. It doesn't matter because she held the 4th position within the open weight category for women, and so therefore she was fair game. And same thing within North America. She held the number 1 title for a very long time in the open weight category, and eventually people come along and learn and start to creep up on you. Very excited to meet and pull Egla. I hold her in very high esteem. She's like very decorated. Just nervous but excited to see all these people and meet them for the first time, even though they're really big arm wrestling names.
That's very cool. Are you at all, so like obviously it was quite a fast turnaround. Is that at all something that you're considering, like with your training and stuff like that?
Yeah, so when this was originally pitched to me, I was told that it would be in the event in June. And then surprise, surprise, it ended up being Turkey in May, which, obviously that's a quick turnaround time. And I was not expecting only really a 4-week window to train, because obviously training for one person is very different from training for another person. But we have kicked training into high gear, and last week I was at my arm wrestling table wanting to cry on Thursday just with the sheer amount of volume. But, I know that it's going to make me stronger in the end. And, we have adapted a program for the 4 weeks that I do have, because we have to take 1 week to travel to Turkey just to get acclimated, not have any residual, sleep at night
jet
now.
lag and all that.
Jet lag, yes. Jet lag is not something that you
the worst.
Right. Well, you travel a fair, I'm not trying to put your business out. I mean, you post,
No.
everywhere you go, but you travel an awful lot. Do you feel like it still affects you the same and you just know how to deal with it better, or you've gotten better on how it affects you?
I think it's probably both. Like, I mean, these flights that we have, we're leaving Toronto to go over to the Atlantic, laying over in England, and then going on to Turkey, right? So, and then by the time we land in Turkey, it's like 5 p.m. their time. So, yeah, we'll probably be tired for a couple of hours, but go to sleep and then you're right back on schedule, right? So it's
Gotcha.
like I'm pretty good with jet lag. And yeah, I'm just kind of used to it because I do travel a fair bit.
Gotcha. I was just curious if there was like a secret or something. like, do you have to travel like once a month? And then I'd be like, listen, job, sorry, I gotta travel once a month. Jocelyne said so. So
No, not at all. I think that just understanding that you're going to be miserable for a couple of hours and just being okay with that is kind of the key, because you want to try to get yourself on the schedule of the country you're going to as quickly as possible.
No, that makes sense. Very cool. What do you think the biggest difference between this match and your last match is going to be, like, aside from maybe strength?
Egla is more decorated than Sarah.
Okay.
And has more experience, and they're in the same weight category, and Egla completely dominated Sarah, using the same move, which was kind of like the high hook, which, obviously I have a plan A, B, C, and D, but hopefully A works. We got 3 shots, so it's best 3 out of 5. So I got 3 shots, so something's going to stick, hopefully.
Very cool. I'm going to stop trying to dig in because I realized that I didn't send you any questions ahead of time, and I don't want to I'm like trying to trick you into giving out too much.
No, it's all good.
Well, I have a question, and I hope it doesn't come off insulting to anybody who's ever been your opponent, because, I mean, you have to respect Sarah. You have to respect anybody who's going to pull in the open weight when we women have to go against each other when there is a difference of stuff. But so my question is, are you hoping for more of a fight, a more challenging? And I know we all want to go in and dominate, but what do you learn from that? So are you hoping for a little war?
Obviously you don't know what you need to learn until you lose and you hit a wall, right? So This is where this is a huge match for me, because like with Sarah, not that I wasn't nervous with Sarah, but at the same time, I had also already felt her hand, and I know that her hand is comfortable within mine because mine is thicker than hers and it's bigger than hers. Egla I have never gripped up with. And so obviously, I've watched the videos and looked at her technique and stuff like that. And so I'm hoping that it's a good match, but obviously I'm hoping it comes out in my favor.
Right. I get that.
Sure.
So when you win,
right?
We speak it into existence. We manifest it.
Yes. Put that shit out there. When you win, the hopes is Gabby and then Barboa. Like who do you even pull in between that? I mean, like is Fia gonna bulk up or something? Fia's just feisty. So
no.
Like, I mean, you gotta honestly, there's gotta be a little bit of pressure on you too, because you're about to be one of the toppest badass bitches in the world right now. Who gives a shit whether it's open weight or not? Like, you're already up in you're the top 3 of dominating women. Like in a like a good small bear. Well, I'm already just counting like 3 more women and you're done. So I already got you at the top. I'm claiming Canada. So.
Well, We'll take you.
Yeah. This America girl loves you. Can I call y'all Canucks? Is that offensive?
No.
We don't
Good.
love it.
Okay. Good. Because I just,
That's the hockey team and they suck. So
but
Yeah.
shit, I'd already lost my train of thought.
I mean, at least now I know going into this one that the Americans might be behind me, because they were not necessarily behind me in the last one.
Correct. I mean, and that's, to be fair, that's 100%. And I feel like it was one of those situations where, like, last May, everybody was like, wait a second, what? And then, this March, it was like, oh, history's going to rewrite itself, and I feel like, obviously now, without a shadow of a doubt, people can be like, oh, okay, like, okay, props where props are due, and I feel, I mean, and we talked about it on the show, we tried to remain as, because we love both of you, obviously, we're females in arm wrestling, and we love both of you, like, behind the scenes, we had our own little, like, I think so-and-so, but, when it came to the show, my big thing was I wanted to see, one, a really good match, two, both of you walk away from the table knowing that you absolutely did your best, and three, nobody give you crap for being bigger than Sarah. And if you had won, and I said that on the show where we talked about
everything but number 3 happened.
And exactly, and it's and for me that was kind of, and I usually don't soapbox on my show, and so I'm sorry if I make people uncomfortable, but that's really frustrating, y'all. Like, for any type of woman, like, obviously Sarah is super strong. Sarah knew exactly who Jocelyne was, how strong she was. She's seen her stuff. She's watched her videos. Sarah decided to put her arm on the table. Why are we, for a lack of a better term, sorry to be cliche, body shaming in a roundabout way because she was not successful in the way that you all wanted her to be? Because Jocelyne works just as hard. Jocelyne is putting in so much work, and she proved that. So to talk about it and to write off her hard work as, oh, it's just because she's bigger, that's stupid. And y'all are stupid for saying it.
Yeah, I hate that comment, mass moves mass crap. I'm like, please, I know women who can lift 3 times their body weight in their, what we call thin or whatever. I think the hardest thing going against you with Sarah is everybody knows we're still learning you. And if you've met Sarah, Sarah is exactly who she is on and off screen. She's a fighter. She's class. She has nothing but love and respect for all the females. Because you saw her at the end hug you like beast. Because you fucking are. You both. So to me, her pulling you is showing, hey, girl, I got respect for you. And I'm going to help you get your path. And yes, I'm the step that you have to go. So instead of calling her like, the girl next door, our Barbie doll, is just Sarah is just a classy girl. She's nice. Everybody loves her. If you don't love her, then something's wrong with you. But nobody knows you, and you're different. And then you're coming on, and you're going to take down the girl. Like, come on, man. Every champion falls at some point.
Yeah.
So that's the whole point. Now it's about Sarah's helped pave the way for you, and you have helped pave the way for yourself over and over, and it's a stepping stone. And now we're all going to get to know you, and then we're going to realize you're classy too. You are a great woman. Don't underestimate you, but like
you're just getting ready for that open weight when we meet up, so that I'm nice to you.
Listen, I already talk about your RBF on the wrestling table. I'm like, God, that's some dirty shit right there. Because she just like, you're up there.
My
and
RBF?
like, yes, on the table. I was like, you're. It's like your eyeballs are already rolling in the back of your head. Like, I don't have time for this check. And then it's like, all right, what's up? I'm serious.
I saw a couple of those pictures, and I was like, oh, I don't look very nice.
And I think that's, again, I think women get judged.
But
If we're not
yeah, that was what
smiling,
I was gonna say. Is like there are plenty of men who don't look nice at the table, and nobody says anything. Why is it any different when it's a female on the table? Like,
for sure. But we catch all of it, right? Like it's, and I posted stories about this because in the beginning it was getting to me a little bit about all these comments that were being made unfairly, because at the end of the day, the same people who are making these comments had Sarah as a favorite to win. Right. And so it has nothing to do with Sarah at all. But the YouTube, what's the word that you would use for them?
trollers.
the keyboard warriors.
The keyboard warriors also, right? Have no idea. I've been it's so funny because everybody's obsessed about my weight and they're all guessing wrong. Every single number that I have seen, I'm like, my weight is not posted anywhere, and I will not give that information out specifically because of the trolls. I will not do it because it is none of your business. I openly admit and will sign up for an open weight class. And so therefore what I weigh is none of your business, nor is it any of your concern because you're not dating me.
Yep.
It's thick and beautiful. That's what it is. And they can kiss your ass in the end.
Well, how do you feel about that for other women? Because sometimes as a woman who wants to go to a different weight class, measure up, like when I'm watching Knuckles Up, they did it for all the women, regardless of size. They don't put weight. It was like no weight at all. I'm just like going, like we want to push forward to that, but it's also putting us back in the box that we need to be looked at more than our weight, but weight does matter in certain matches when you want fair stuff. Not saying, certain things are fair.
It doesn't, right? Like the match that constantly gets thrown in my face is the one with Fia Risic. And Fia was a better arm wrestler that day. I will disclaim that my left is not as good as my right. Okay, so that's the first thing. The second thing is that I had been traveling and away from home for 4 weekends in a row, coming back only to work 10-hour days and then off again. And I'm not using that as an excuse, but like there's a lot of factors that went into that loss. And it's not taking anything away from Fia, but Fia is considerably lighter than me. She beat me technically. Sarah beats people who are bigger than her. But because this was a big stage, now you've got all the internet trolls that think it's okay to come out and shame people. Though, in the end, Sarah is the one who sought this match. She is the one who asked for this match.
Yes.
I took it because why would I not?
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm tired of people calling my win a fluke. It wasn't a fluke.
That's so funny. I never saw that. But, again, I didn't look. I mean, I don't care what people say. It's just, I know what I saw,
No, there was plenty of people who were like, oh, Sarah didn't know. Sarah wasn't ready. This, and that. Like,
Sarah's born ready.
Which is fine. But at the end of the day, I'm like, this is a girl who's always ready to go and arm wrestle the amateur men on the table, right? So I'm like, okay, whatever. You think it's a fluke. Let me go repeat it 3 times. So.
Yeah, right.
And I think that it's just the best way. If you can't persuade them, then show them. That's what you did. Is you showed up and you showed out, and and it's just unfortunate that win or lose, there's always going to be something that clouds, and it really sucks, especially when it's a win, that there has to be something that clouds it, or has to be an excuse, or has to be something where it minimizes your success. And that's just as a fellow female arm wrestler and somebody who has admired your journey over the last year that I've known you, like I feel bad, and I'm sorry for that. They shouldn't do that.
Yeah, but with anything there comes critics, right? Those who can't do criticize. So
And just remember, like all publicity is good publicity. You know, if you're not being aided, then you're not doing something right
You know
or wrong, whatever. Who knows?
the views on my match with Sarah actually surpassed Mindigus and Giannis. So I'm like, well,
Shut the front door.
I'm serious. We surpassed them. So
That's
I'm
crazy.
trying to see if we might be able to catch Cody Merritt and Rednick.
Because I'm telling you, watching Giannis and Mendagas, like, I'm sorry, those two really did make me, like, I was telling my teammates, like, I don't know shit about arm wrestling. Like, I haven't even scratched the surface. Where did he come back with all that energy? How did he learn that? Like, I do cardio. So, but yeah, I mean, just the intelligence and movement and like learning someone's weakness and pressure points of when they're about to fall and give and surge. That's amazing watching that on that. Then, Mendagas being a little smart ass to my teammate afterwards. But whatever.
It was funny.
Good.
Today I got
He's
an
coming
email
back
from
for you. You give him a few more years. He's coming.
right. On my analytics emailed me today and was just like, you should repost this video. And it was the Jocelyne Brisson interview that we did last year. And they were like, this video is skyrocketing. I was like, yeah, that's right. Because y'all wanted to find out who you
No, they were secretly just hoping to find my weight. Like, you're not going to find it anywhere. It's not posted anywhere.
True. Well, either way, I appreciate the views, homie. So thanks for the clout. So, but yeah, no, I'm very excited for you to head over to Istanbul in a few weeks and just, really safe travels for you. I really, obviously we're hoping that it goes in your favor and I just, I'm excited to watch the match. Just, if you do happen to win, it is my birthday, so feel free.
Give a shout out and think about her. Don't be selfish, Jocelyne.
Just be like, I want to thank Lucky for making her birthday wish that I would win today. She has literally nothing else to do with it whatsoever.
She's adorable, at least. We'll give her that. Hey?
Yeah, exactly.
Love you.
How old are you going to be?
35.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
I didn't know you were a year older than me.
Oh, I didn't know that either. Crazy.
Like the senior citizen of the group here, I guess.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
I remember being the baby. I'm not. How old are you, Sharon?
I'll tell you offline.
Yeah, no, I got told to go sit down by a teacher today because they came up behind me and I was like, what? And I turned around, they're like, so sorry, we thought you were one of our students. And then one of my track kids, one of the boys on the track team, he was like, how old are you? I was like, 34. And he was like, no. Like, how old are you? And I was like, 34. He was like, stop playing around. He got so mad at me. Like, he honestly thought I was lying. And I was like, I'm not lying. I promise you I'm 34. It's like, you do not look 34. It's like,
are you trying to look older?
Enjoy it while it lasts.
Right?
We'll say that.
Yeah.
Hey, it is a privilege to grow older.
Yes.
Not all of us get it, right?
Exactly.
No.
that is true. I didn't think about it that way.
You could just do it without wrinkling. That would be a little bit better, okay?
What's up, Steph?
Well,
I'm trying to figure out the screen. I don't know where to touch it so I can see everybody because it looks so different than before.
We can see you.
turn
Okay.
your phones up. Yeah.
Yeah.
So weird. Like, well, isn't there somewhere okay, hold on.
Dang, girl, you pulling 154 this weekend?
No.
You looking good, homie.
I got my new Grinder Gym shirt.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Sorry it took so long to get here.
You're good.
Seeing
You
a little,
find- hey, when
little
you find-
pumpkin
when you-
shaping in the shoulder.
I know, right? That's what I'm
Slimming
saying.
out. Slimming out. I'm slimming out.
Goals, homie, goals.
Yeah.
When are you flying out again?
Man, I got to be at LAX at 5 a.m. on Friday.
Okay. So when will you get here? Friday night?
Yeah, let me see. I know.
Are you guys doing both categories on Saturday or?
Yeah, because
Oh, never mind.
it's not as many rounds because it's not as many people. So we just gonna knock it all out one day. It's done and over with.
2:44 p.m.
Okay. Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad at all.
No.
All right. So after May 10th, we have May 17th. So if anybody wants to hit up USAF, this is a great way to get to WAF Nationals. They have amazing weight classes, and they also have women's masters as well as open and women's amateurs. So, Amanda will be there representing, rocking it out, getting all the first places. And if she doesn't, then we shun her from the show forever. So
this girl wants to. I want to go to Bulgaria. I want to be challenged.
There you
I'll
go.
be in Bulgaria.
Yeah, did you like it? I'm looking for. I really hope to place and then be exposed to a massive talent. Chase those losses. Pray for wins, but chase some losses. So.
Well, and especially in your weight class, like I feel like we're extremely limited in North America with, the technical side of arm wrestling because, like you said, you've never seen Mindigus and Giannis dance the way they do on the table. Well, I don't think I've ever seen any North Americans do that, and that's because the technical knowledge is not necessarily in North America. There's some, but you got to find those gold mines.
Yeah, like we'll go with Chad Silvers, Todd Hutchins, like Christina and I, we're blessed with that. But yeah, so my weight class now is 176. I just came down from a little under 200. So, because I was getting my ass handed to me, so I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to be and where I'll gain the most. So, because yes, I do feel like as a thick girl, I like that was my ego though. Like I went up to the table like going, I'm thick. Nobody should be taking me. And the chick that was like half my size broke my arm. So it's just like, well, damn. Arm wrestling means humbling. I get humbled all the time. All the time. Yep.
You would think I'd be more humble.
I can relate.
I mean, again, like you're sitting there learning something and you can feel the gains and you're like, heck yeah. Then all of a sudden you get schooled again at practice and they just taught you 3 different things and you're like, shit, I feel defeated. But they're like, no. You just leveled up to learn the next bit, I was like, yeah, sometimes I just feel like I don't know nothing.
Well, I think that's what's so funny is like some weeks, you can feel like, okay, I got it. Like even the muscle mind connection is just there, and then you go somewhere else, or something happens, or you have an incident that happens leading up to your next event, and you just can't get your mind into it, and people are just slamming your hand down left and right. Not that that's ever happened to me, but happens to other people I know. So that can just be so, I think the greatest part about being able to bounce back from that is what makes you the athlete that you are. Being able to say, you know what, I had a rough time, but I'm going to figure out what I did. I'm going to learn from this. I'm going to grow from this. And then the next time, even if it happens again, I can look for ways that I improved. And I feel like that's right. Yeah. And I feel like that's really what makes, any arm wrestler, or even any competitor, no matter what sport you're going into, worth watching and worth paying attention to, win or lose.
Yeah. So, well, I do know with this USA F1, I did see that James Reed and everybody made sure that IFA pullers are welcome. So, and everybody thinks, you know, they see WFA and all that stuff or whatnot. But I know he's told everybody to, you know, please, you're invited, come pull this one too. So hopefully we get some people from up north coming that just pulled, you know, and was it pulled in Ohio?
Yeah.
Yeah. So hopefully, yeah, that would be great. I'd love to see Beth, you know, because we're closer and she went that far. She went from Florida to Ohio and then she just bypassed South Carolina. Bitch, you have to fly over us. So I'll see you in May, Beth. I don't even know what weight class you're in.
Right. And there's no way you can say Ohio is a better state than South Carolina.
No,
She
because
was,
if you
she
watch
was in
court,
her weight class.
nope, if you watch court TV, every incident where people are going crazy and attacking and fighting and murders, Ohio. You can flip a coin. We get in North Carolina, we get in Ohio for the win. I shit you not. Go watch it. I think I heard North Carolina like 3 times, South Carolina 5, Ohio probably like 150. I'm like, I'm never going to Ohio.
You guys are hating Ohio? What about the Amish people?
I'm talking about all the crazy people that was on court TV. They did not stay in jail. They went back out and committed more crimes.
Let me do a major plug right now. If you all want a niche, crazy, awesome, like what am I watching? Look up Amish Mafia. It ran for 2 seasons.
I love it.
It was so unreal, but it was so amazing.
It's so good. Love it.
All right. Well, apparently we're just celebrating all the Canadians tonight, which, you know, is fine because they're our North American family and, you know, they're great. Like, I love Canada. I haven't been there yet, but I'm hitting up Nova Scotia the minute I get my passport. Nova Scotia and I are going to have a date for me to go out to Prince Edward Island. I'm super excited.
I love the East Coast.
I thought you were on the East Coast. Are you not?
I'm more like central, like more in the middle.
Gotcha.
More kind of like off to the east, but I'm nowhere near the Atlantic.
Fair enough. It's funny because I always
country.
Right. Well, see, I always forget that you guys are like a country like us because, like, when I think of Canada, I just think y'all like live in like one little town together.
No, not
Peyton
so.
will be like, I have to drive 14 hours to get to provisionals, and I'm like, wait, it takes 14 hours to drive anywhere in Canada, and you're still there.
It takes like 20 some hours just across the province of Ontario.
Right. And we have like 10 provinces plus the Yukon territories and
right. I'm just geographically, I'm just the most ignorant human being in the world, and I will admit that.
Most Americans don't know Canada very well.
Right. Well, that makes me feel good, I guess.
Yeah, don't feel bad.
Hey, Amanda, welcome in. Devin's coming down for VAL in May, on May 17th. That's to say. So if you're not going to nationals and you want to hit up VAL, your girl will be there pulling the ladies class, even though it's open. And Josh and Dan, get your lives together and stop making me pull open, please and thank you. Lost all this weight for a reason. But anyway, I still love you very much. Showing up to your stupid event. But Devin will be there.
On her state.
Devin will be there with Auden. So, if you're interested in meeting them, or if you have no interest in meeting them, go to nationals.
Don't
avoid
like. Are there payouts? Is it just
so?
Like, okay.
VAL pays out first place for pros. And then they do medals first through third in pro and amateur and masters.
So no payout for women?
Women pull free. And so if no,
I think I'm like the only woman that hates it. I'm sorry.
I know you do, but here's the deal. Last VAL, I think it was February. Was it February, Mike? I don't remember. In February, they gave me the option like, hey, do you want to pay and get a payout, or you want to pull free and get a medal? And I was like, well, I'm pulling the men's class, so I'll pay for the men's classes and then pull the women's classes for free. And they were like, okay, that'll work. And then the other ladies that joined in just joined because they saw that it didn't have any women competitors. So then they were like, oh, we can do this for free? Okay. On the table. So that was really cool because that was the first time ever in my history of arm wrestling that two ladies decided to join the tournament just because there wasn't any female competition, which was awesome. And yes, that's how I've remained number one in Virginia, is nobody shows up to pull me. So it's super So move to Virginia and pull me, people. So I have some competition.
I'll see you soon.
Right. You gonna move to Virginia?
No, but I'll drive there. We could meet halfway. It's the same distance.
For real.
Mhm.
So anyway, there is the option. So when they do give women the option of like, hey, you can pay and we can do payouts, or you can do free and we'll do awards. And then they were nice enough too that I got the restaurant donates gift cards for the winners as well. So I ended up getting gift cards, so that'll pay for my meal when I'm there next time.
That's pretty cool. Yep. What's on the next list?
On the next agenda, the next week over up in New York, we have the 5th annual summer kickoff barbecue no elimination tournament. I'm throwing this one out there just because it has your weight class, Amanda. And then also the entry fees were pretty decent as well too. So this is going to be run by Daniel Schwartz, who does the collaboration. I always mess up the name. Can I read it? I don't think I can read it. Nope, it's all fuzzy.
Nope.
Oh well. But anyway, Daniel Schwartz does it. Collaborate and pull. That's it. Collaborate and pull. So make sure to check out that event if you are up in the East Coast area. And then if you're down south over on the West Coast, you have Arizona State, which is June 7th. Tim Talmadge plug your ears, Amanda, lets the women pull free. Otherwise, it's $40 an entry. And they have masters and ladies. They have 3 weight classes for ladies: 143, 165, and 166 plus.
But if
Jocelyne,
I'm not
I think you went there last year, right?
Yeah, but if I'm not mistaken, Tim and them say that women get paid out. It's the same as men. They have
That's what I thought.
That's what I was told, that women do get payout. You come free, they do pay out. That's what I was told when even coming to
Is that like a new thing, or did he do that last year too?
There was no payouts last year. There was just medals.
So they probably started doing it from Washington State. So it could just be a Washington State thing.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
That's when I heard about it, right before Washington State happened.
I'm interested to know who Ashley will be pulling.
Who?
I don't know, because Tim had dropped Ashley Owetta's name from New Zealand, and I don't know if that's still happening or not. I don't know
Is she coming for a Supermass, or is she just coming to pull the tournament? Because I know he does it both ways.
I think it was a super match, but again, I don't know if
wouldn't it be Sarah then if it's not you?
Well, that's what I'm thinking, but I'm like, now with Sarah being out injured.
Not that Sarah. Sarah Wilson.
Sarah Wilson.
I don't know.
That's who I thought it was.
No idea.
Who knows? I guess we'll find out when we find out. Or we won't find out because it isn't happening anymore. One of the two things. But like we said before, there's only a handful of you wonderful, awesome open class ladies who could handle somebody like the 700-pound bench press queen. And that list is kind of small, all things considered.
We'll see.
So I guess we'll see. I'm trying to think of who else. Dang. You, Sarah, Heidi, Gabby.
From North America either. Could be somebody from the other side of the Atlantic.
True.
That would be cool.
That would be cool. Well, I don't think Tim would be mean to give her Barbara.
No. But I think there's a lot of European women that could give Ashley a go.
Oh, for sure.
For sure.
Even at a lighter weight. So
Yes,
Yeah.
because training there is different. It's different. It's completely next level.
Yeah.
It's a lifestyle and it's a job. Unfortunately, American pullers are looked at more as hobby pullers. And I think that's why we can't be well known. And that's why we have to go places more as opposed to people coming here. So, but I think that's what a lot of promoters are trying to do, though, is bring our Europeans over here, highlighting us. It's a, scratch your back, scratch my back type of thing. So
Yeah.
There's a lot of strong women from the UK that are turning to arm wrestling.
yeah.
So I'm kind of really excited to see that. Becca Roberts, Donna Moore. I mean, they're going to be tough. It'll be some good competition for sure once they get trained up on the techniques, because they've got the strength behind them. So
Yeah.
and these are some powerful women. They're amazing. So you see what comes out of there.
We might be having some different conversations in a year when it comes to that open weight class.
Yeah.
That'll be interesting.
2 years. All right. So
next one on the list.
Next one on the list, we have Arm Wrestling Championship for South Carolina, hosted by the Carolina
Chaos.
Thank you, Adam, for hosting this event. So they do have cash awards, and then they are kind enough to put the event schedule, which is awesome. So we have amateur and ladies weigh-ins. Why did you do that? Thank you. You have the amateur tournament first, the ladies tournament shortly after, and then the pros weigh in, and then the pros will have their tournament in the afternoon. It is a regular double elimination tournament, so that's going to be amazing. Oh, for the amateurs, and then pros and ladies are triple elimination.
Yep.
I've never done a triple elimination, so that's pretty cool.
Yep.
Get to lose 3 times, yay.
Or win 3 times.
Or with
go undefeated.
Yep. So it is open, but I know Adam had said too that he was going to see about the turnout.
Yes, because my first tournament there, it was a weight class. There was at least 10 women. The second time, I think there was only like 5 of us, because you'll have more that will pull right-handed as opposed to left-handed. And we are placed in there really good. Like Adam usually will do a couple of rounds with the dudes, and then we'll go women, and then go little rounds, and then we're crushed in the middle very well, where we're not sitting waiting for like 5 hours. So it's a great place. Yes, it's at Honky Tonk Saloon. I know everybody thinks at the bar. No, this has been a place for us, and it is family. And these guys are great. The food is great too. It's family oriented. Come, and if the women show up, then we get weight classes. So if you don't show up, we don't get weight classes, and then you can't blame anybody but yourself. So show up.
That's fantastic. I love that you guys
we
in the
talk
middle.
about wanting space, but then we don't take the space. Come take the damn space, ladies.
Right.
Come be at the table, show it off. Let's go. North Carolina women should be coming. Georgia women should be coming. Florida, Tennessee, Alabama, Amanda. So, ladies, if you're struggling with traveling and you're looking for sponsorships, reach out to somebody. Help call us, let us know. We'll figure something out. We'll help. We'll do whatever we can. So you need someone
Amanda's a taxi driver. She'll come pick you up.
I'm 20
Amanda,
minutes.
come pick me up. I want to go.
I am 10 minutes away from this location. I got you. I will help. If you need help finding hotels, whatever, close by, just call me. I will help you guys out. We'll figure something out.
She'll have a coupon for a hotel too.
Heck yeah, I'm a coupon cutter. Everybody knows that's how I pay for my entry fees. That's how I put money towards sponsorship. I will. I'm a frugal. I got 4 kids. Listen, I have to make some split ends. I got to do it. I do. I
love it.
I'm here for it. And last but certainly not least, I just want to shout out Michigan State. We are a proud sponsor as of right now. I'm just kidding. For the event. Last year it was the biggest women's event that I did aside from the round robin. So I'd love to see it grow even more. There is a Harley on the line, and then of course the gorillas. You can't say no to a gorilla. 3 weight classes for women, 140s, 160, and 160 plus. And Steve Pettis was on the show not too long ago, so definitely go watch his episode where he talks about Michigan State and everything that they are kind of doing, everything that they have done. And he is definitely a promoter worth watching and supporting as he has grown with the sport, and he doesn't stick his heels in the ground and say, we're not doing that because that's not the way things are done. He is somebody who's willing to grow and change with the times, and we very much appreciate that here at the Lucky Ones.
And he would love to have a bike for the ladies and the men one day. So come on now. So yep. I'm going. Lucky's going. I'm pulling on the 21st and going to Michigan next.
Yeah.
June is busy.
June got busy fast.
I think there's something every weekend with my team and pullers. I'm like, ugh. Okay. As soon as school's done, it's arm wrestle.
So those were all the events that we wanted to shout out. We also wanted to give you guys the announcement about Shaz joining the team. And of course, talk to our girl Jocelyne as she is going on yet again another world level stage. That is very deserved, very well earned. Get that right, y'all. Earned it. Worked for it.
No flukes.
And
I can't do what I really want to do when someone says the flukes, because we gotta keep it clean on here.
PM me for.
I got you. Let me send you a screenshot real quick.
Now that you're the sole North American in this match, we got your back, homie. And holy. So, best of luck with that, and just safe travels, and just show up, do your best, do what you know you need to do, and I have no doubt in the world that it's gonna go the way that you hope it is.
Girl,
thank you.
Expect that fast turnaround for the next match too.
Bet on, like, what I need. Let's bet on her. Can we do some bet?
Yeah, we should do a little side bet. I mean, our bet's got some shit going. Next, once you win in the next match, go ahead and say, listen, this is the time that I want, and there you go, because you've earned the right to ask for it. Yep. Fair is fair. 6 months. So yeah.
Right. I'll see you all in December.
It's gonna have to be before that. I'm taking a 2.5 month sabbatical at the end of the year, so
there you go.
Very cool. Good. Yeah. I'm not taking and that's one of the things where I was wondering if I wanted to talk about it, but I also don't want it to sound like an excuse. But I will say that for me, like, this round robin is happening this weekend, and then your girl's gonna just take some time after the round robin, no matter what happens. So I'm just gonna I need some time, and then I have that big super match in June that I'm hoping for it to go my way, and I just gotta buckle down, and I gotta focus on that and getting my strength and my speed to where it needs to be successful. So if
Yeah,
I
we forgot.
disappear off the face of the planet, it's not because of anything that happened with the round robin. It's simply because your girl got to get ready for June, and I'm gonna get ready for June. So that's the plan. So y'all haters can.
There you go. I got you.
I think that's, one of those things is people have to understand that, even the higher ranked ladies, people want to be so quick to be like, oh, they're ducking, oh, they're hiding, oh, they're holding their spot, where no, it's unfathomable for you to think that somebody can just up and pull a new person every weekend because they want a shot. That's not fair. So stop doing that, please, too.
And remember this.
Please stop doing silly stuff in arm wrestling. That's my other request.
Yeah. And remember, if you're not our sponsor, we don't owe you any explanations, nor does any puller. No one owes you anything, any story, any background. Nobody owes anybody anything. You're not our sponsors. You don't pay our bills. You don't feed me. You don't other stuff. So have a good day. Make your own
Nathan
stories.
says Jocelyne was
Other
feed.
stuff.
I'm supposed to go to bed. Y'all get me all worked up.
I know, right? I should not do this after a track meet because I'm like fired up from screaming at my kids. And I didn't have a chance to calm down from my super high.
I'm gonna sit over here next time with dumbbells, and we're just gonna be curling to get the anger out of you.
For real. All right. Well, I appreciate everybody's time. Stephanie, I get to see you in 3 days. I'm so excited. And Castro, I'll get to see you in 3 days. I'm kind of excited. No, just kidding. I'm super excited.
Are you in the round robin, Christina?
She's reffing it.
Yeah, I'm reffing.
Okay.
So yeah. So we have the refs, we have our shirts, we have the peoples. It's gonna be what's gonna be, people, and I'm super excited for it. And I'm excited for the 155 class. I'm terrified about pulling in the 154s, but you know what? It's gonna be a good event. It's gonna be a really good event. So anytime you have the women together, it's good.
Interesting.
You have
something.
It'll be something worth talking about.
There you go.
So, all right, y'all wonderful ladies, have a wonderful evening, and thank you for hopping